You're now listening to Brook Brothers.
What up, world? It's your boy Shak-Trauma.
And this is your boy Silver.
And we are the Brook Brothers. And today we are on our fourth installment of our docu-series. We're getting a lot of questions on our, pretty much discussing more of our trials and tribulations in the industry, our personal life. I want to start by saying we had a piece like this in the background, like when you sit on our main lounge couch in the main control room, our master control room. Big and Pac was the pick, so it was a staple in our spot. So I took a trip down memory lane and I was just watching some footage and reminiscing and thinking about the spaceship. That was our Maybach. And I was really heard about it. I ain't gonna lie, I got mad emotional very recent, just thinking about all that we've done, all that have occurred. We had so much, everybody and their mother came to Brook Brothers, passed through, recorded, shot videos. We invested a little over $500,000 in that space, our facility. We built 2 recording studios in one. And, to see it go, ripping down the decals and taking out the furniture and stuff like that, I just started to go down memory lane of, it just kind of felt like we was tearing, it felt like I was tearing down the foundation, It felt like it was symbolic, because a lot of the cats that we were rocking with at the time, we departed. A lot of us, it's just a couple of us now, A lot of different variables on why people go their separate ways, but
yeah, just really thinking about that, it's that's, especially for me, that's definitely an important place, because that's the place where I met them, the inception of everything, of all of this, everything we do now, how to this point, that was the inception. And it was just, I was there to see how we added on to the studio, how we expanded it, how we made it. It was just dope to see the progression. And then, of course, things change, things, you have to move, circumstances change. But I'm still, definitely grateful that I came at a time where we can experience that.
And the reason why, we used the sum that I named, over $500,000, because we did a lot of everything to make sure the facility ran. I was working a 9 to 5, and hustling at the same time, and doing music full time. So we were just doing everything to make ends meet, to keep this place open. And a lot of people, they came and they see this, it's dope. We created a nice vibe and an atmosphere, but you face a lot of challenges and, adversity when you don't really know, how to, we didn't know anything. We didn't know too much about business credit and leveraging that to, make these investments. And, we were just out of pocket, and we had a small location, but it was cozy, it was dope. Anybody that been there, they could tell you, just the investments and, we did it all to keep it functioning, and then to have to tear it all down. That shit just made me emotional. Taking y'all into some of the challenges that we face,
yeah, it's kind of crazy sometimes when what it appears is so far from the truth. So it's it appears it's moving. Oh yeah, we out here, we doing it, but you really don't know what's happening or what's brewing or what's really coming to fruition on the back end. You don't know what people's true feelings are, or you don't know what their agenda is or their true intentions, betrayal, all these types of, And it's crazy because we don't have any of those agendas or intentions at all. We really genuinely try to help. We genuinely try to put in for people, to really take care of people. They're gonna fuck with you because you seem beneficial to them. If you seem beneficial, if you seem oh, this is someone I can use or, get something out of, they're gonna appear a certain way. It's just kind of crazy because you really do invest in people. When they're around you for a long time, it's the worst when you build an actual relationship with someone, especially when it surpasses a working relationship and gets to the personal. You want to be able to go into success with a family, with people that you trust around you. Because when you get in the industry, you got to move, you got to travel, you got to be in different states, different countries, different areas, different things that you're not always familiar with. You don't always have people there. you can have your little security with you, whatever, but it's you want to have like your home team with you. But then it's the worst when we worried about them people out here to have a circle to protect each other from that. But the protection need to be with people in your own circle. And when that shit get crazy, it's just...
We trimmed down, not because we wanted to, but maybe spiritually, you know what I mean? We had to cleanse and God was just removing the individuals out of, you know, your life. And then you just have, you know, that realization that everybody's just not for you. You know what I mean? They don't want to see the best for you. Opportunists, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things you turn a blind eye to, you know what I'm saying? You just, especially me, you know, I come from a big family, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm family first all the time. Like, you know, you extension of Silver, you know what I mean? I just met you, but you rocking with Son, you know what I mean? I'm rocking with you too, you know what I mean? And whatever you picking up and he riding with, I'm riding with, you know what I'm saying? There's no questions asked, you know what I'm saying? But it's hurtful to know that, you know, you learn that people don't have that same vested interest in you or care or love for you, you know what I'm saying? So not once did we ever go on an interview and dog niggas and talk crazy or talk foul or, you know, let out what, you know, stories, you know, all the war stories that happen, you know what I'm saying, within the circumference, not once, you know what I mean? And if we ever did go on an interview and talk, it was salute, you know what I mean? I hope they doing well, you know what I'm saying? And they went off and doing other things. That's how we approach the situations. But even keeping that type of poise, you know what I'm saying? It fucks with you, you know what I'm saying? Like keeping that composure, because you never get the story. We never get to really tell the story the right way, you know what I'm saying? So we taking this time out in this, you know, in this part of the docuseries, we just getting deep, you know what I'm saying? And let y'all know that it ain't always been peaches and cream, it ain't always been up. Like life is up and down, but we've really been through a lot of adversity because either people are afraid to bet on us, you know what I mean? We're afraid to bet on us, you know what I mean? We put in a mass sweat equity, you know what I'm saying? A lot of projects, yo, we show up, we arrive for people, you know what I'm saying? We're on time, you know what I'm saying? And we just, you know, never got it really reciprocated. You know what I mean? All of our success really came on just betting on ourselves and putting in that sweat equity and just saying, you know what, yo, it's on us. Even us becoming recording artists, we didn't want to become recording artists. Honestly, we didn't really want to become recording artists, you know what I mean? Our back was literally against the wall. We had to split up, you know what I mean? There was no roster, we were running a label, we had a recording studio, and we just filled the void. That's the Brook Brovaz sector. That damaged me. I wanted to touch on, you know, the full circle with Big and Pac being in the back, because they seen it all. You know what I'm saying? They seen it all. Word. Ah, man.
To tear down, like. But you know, of course, you know, things, in order for real change, you know, some things fall apart to fall together. But these experiences, like, you know what I'm saying, they necessary. They necessary for your story. No one's gonna just go through this perfect life, or, I mean, that's not real, that don't exist. So these are just, you know what I mean, stories. Ultimately, it's how you come out on the other end, because we all been through it. We all been through it, especially if you're someone that's really putting in work and effort and you're reaching different levels. Sometimes you end up attracting sharks or parasites. Just things like this, like, I mean, because I was always producing, and it's just, you know, someone saw the talent, they recognized, you know, my potential and things of that nature, like, you know, join, like, I want to start a label, looking for a producer. You know, you could be the producer on the label, and then, you know, I have my people that are artists and things like this. You know, and at that point, it's before I wasn't working with, I never worked with any artists or any of that. Cause it's like earlier on, and then all I was doing was working on craft. Things were cool until other people started coming into the picture, meaning like he started bringing in the artists. He brought in, I think it was 4 artists at first. So I started writing just to help the camp with, you know, to put out songs as quick as possible. So all of us is writing, I'm producing, and yeah, we were just like, you know, knocking out joints. It was 4, then they brought in the 5th one. So I'm like, all right, everyone can't get their own projects, so that's too much. I can't provide all of that. So the way I was doing it was like, I was suggesting they just have them all features. Like, we put out the songs and they all get a verse. Like, each song is 3 of them on it out of the 5. And we just keep displaying the label like that. Well, the problem became, at least for them, they felt like they didn't want to do those feature things anymore. They wanted to just get their own shit. I understand what you're saying. Of course, an artist want to be able to do their own thing and produce, but this label, the way this is functioning at the moment, this is the best way to do it, to display what we have as a team. See, once it becomes about me and I, that's what happens. Shit literally started falling apart, and then it started creating a lot of friction. But when they came in, it was all good. They came in with all this, oh, yo, what up? All this humble shit. It was all good. But when people get comfortable, it's just weird why comfort just breeds this kind of attitude. Like, that's why a lot of times comfortability is an enemy. It reveals a lot, and it also stops growth. I'd rather be in a situation and I make it comfortable. I don't need to go into a comfortable situation. But it sucks to have something that you really think is working, you think is real. It's like, yo, we moving, things is working out, and it's just
smoke and mirrors, son.
Yeah, it's completely not what you think it is. And that shit, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of effort.
Can I ask you a question? You talking to any one of them now?
You crazy, Taxi.
Yo, this is the point, like,
you crazy. I'm
you see expressing the love you have for certain people. Because we could be all day talking about even the same individuals, some of the same individuals, you know what I'm saying? I even put myself, me and my wife ourselves in a situation, you know what I'm saying? Things got really left at a party one night, defending this individual. You know what I'm saying? And we could sit here and talk to y'all about that all day, you know what I mean? But even personally, like I said, it's so much. I don't come from a rich family, you know what I'm saying? I come from a, soft variation, you know what I mean? Jamaican style, you know what I mean? I come from that, you know what I'm saying? I come from the struggle, you know what I'm saying? And chasing this dream and just not, trying to make ends meet and just going through life, you know what I'm saying? It's taxing. It's taxing on your mind, body, and your spirit. So we've been through so much, you know what I mean? And to get to this point, I love life, you know what I mean? Interferences in that, you know what I mean? Spiritual warfare, like we could get into so much very deep topics, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the pain and the suffering, you know what I mean? On our pursuit of happiness, you know what I mean? Because we good now. I know we sit here somber. I was in my feelings thinking about certain individuals and certain things, because I really want to talk about it, but that ain't me. I never been that type, you know what I mean? Because some secrets is always safe for me, you know what I'm saying?
And even on this journey and this, even outside of like your circle, just a lot of the making all these plans, doing all this talking, all this network. And the thing is, we prefer to build a connection with people because that's the only thing that's real. So when people get around us, and a lot of times that kind of led to our detriment. Like a lot of times that led to this kind of betrayal, this kind of two-faced kind of action, because people notice, yo, these dudes, they really like, these people, they cool, like they're accepting, like they like, yo, they really like.
This is the things that we deal with. We ride together, you know what I'm saying? We cry together, we shine together, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's been, you know what I mean? So it's still situations, but we so seasoned in this now, we so used to things and or numb to certain situations. It's just like, it is what it is. Like,
and you have to be, that's the thing. Like you have to develop, you have to develop thick skin just dealing with this, like being in this industry, this in life, period, because you're like, it's guaranteed you're gonna go through things. And I mean, it's necessary, like, because we're here to have the human experience, and that's a major part of it. Like struggle and things that require you to be strong or to learn your own strength.
You know how we looking at it, like from the bird's eye view, you know what I mean? Ground view, you know what I mean? The north, the south, the east, the west, you know what I'm saying? It's different now, and I understand. I'm not even mad with the individuals. Things went the way they were supposed to go. Now on a spiritual level, I'm learning that, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta trim the fat. Sometimes, it's divine intervention. You're supposed, when you're going up, you're elevating, it requires separation. And sometimes, that's how the frequency go. That's how the God in you work.
Just want to touch on that same point. when you're dealing with elevation and, you know, spiritually, like, even non-spiritually, elevation, just in general, like concept, not everybody could fit on the elevator. There's a capacity. If you're elevating, I mean, not everybody could fit. You know what I mean? And it's not about weight capacity with this. It's about your spirit. It's about who you are. That's where the capacity has to match. Let's just grow together, really. You know what I'm saying? Let's just win.
Win. That's what we've been trying to do. That's what we're doing now. So if you winning, like, share, subscribe, support everything Brook Brovaz, man. www.brookbrovaz.com. All of our videos, our content, how to get in contact with us, everything from you want production, our albums, music sync licensing. You can find everything on our website. Follow us on all our social media handles. And yeah, man, we out of here. You know what I mean? Let's go do something productive. So
we out.
Why you let them activate? You know I'm activate. Why you let them activate? All my kings are activate. Why you let them activate? All my queens are activate. Why you let them activate? My team is activate.